Alright, for our last video of the day and our second unboxing is the NIS game. And it's a 2-in-1. It's for the Nintendo Switch. And that's our Phantom Brave. And it's the nice artwork on the limited edition box. And then we have Soul Nomad. And this is volume 1, I think. I will also have volume 2. I think this is volume. Let me see. Yes, correct. It's volume 1. Volume 2 is still online right now. You can get. And one thing I can say is, I'm one of the people who actually buy. Okay, there are people who do unboxings and stream or whatever, and this sends them free copies. Okay, that's something that hits me hard because some of them people don't support the games. They could care less about the games, but because they have a big subscriber base, they send out free copies. Okay, sometimes they'll send out code redemptions, so they can play it and give a review out. And somebody like me who's been collecting ever since this been out, PS2, PS1 days or whatever, it's just like real hard. Like, what's the real difference between this, compared to somebody who enjoys the games and somebody who just says it because they're getting free copies or whatever. So that's something I don't prove. You would think, hey, this person been doing, NIS unboxings forever. You would say, hey, let's go ahead and give him some copies to show off, right? And man, that's how it is, celebrity world. Celebrities get the goods, while us, we have to pay for it. But that still won't stop me from buying what I like, right? And to get something on Switch is a huge issue. Well, it's huge for me because usually I don't buy for Nintendo Switch stuff, because I prefer grinding for trophies. Usually I get a PS4, PS5 version. They've been sleeping on Xbox lately. They started putting out like Xbox copies and then they just stopped. I guess they're not making that money. But anywho, some of these things are coming to Switch only. If you notice that one series had part 6 for exclusively on PlayStation. I mean, not PlayStation, excuse me, Switch. And now they're coming out with the volumes. I was like, oh man, that's kind of wild, right? I guess I'm gonna have to make this switch. Unless decide making PS4 or PS5 copies later down the road, which would actually anger me because then I could have just saved up for those instead of getting the Switch versions. Because Switch is all right to play on, but like I said, I'm huge on trophies. And you got people like me, and unfortunately, you got just those like collect and those who just want it on Switch. Here's what the actual. Well, let's go ahead and pull this out. And I said I prefer Niz and Iffy's editions. What they put in here is always a lot better than how bigger companies do. Like, let's say Horizon, they're putting 2 different types of statues and they're asking for almost 300 for one. Yikes, that's hitting pockets, all right. But anywho, this is what it looks like. Ain't bad at all. The nice artwork. A lot of times Niz also does reverse covers, but I don't know if they've done one for the volume. Let's find out. Let's see. Well, they got a little advertisement for in-store merchandise. And here's one that kind of hit me hard right there. That came out for Switch only. And I got all the PlayStation version, so that kind of hit hard. Like, wow. And of course, if you want to go on and get their merchandise, I guess you can also go to the Nintendo store and find the link or whatever. But saying they have to separate reverse covers, separately for each game itself. So that's nice. Like I said, they do some nice reverse covers as well. Sometimes you go on their website before the game even gets released, they have little contests where you can vote which reverse cover you want out of like sometimes 3 to 6. So it's also a nice thing to do. Here we have the art book. It's pretty nice looking itself. Like I said, sometimes, like I said, them little 4 or 5 pages, usually these little small ones come in, ain't worth it. But usually this does pretty well. Let's see if we can get some better than this. A glare, so I apologize for any glare. You really can't see that well. And I'm not going to put the camera up just for that. And saying, look, here's some nice better artwork, some big pictures. As you can tell, they're colored. I don't know why Iffy didn't do that. Excuse me for raising my voice, but it makes zero sense that they did that. Let's see, we got concepts. So it's nice to have these type of art books, you know. And this is what I go for. That Last of Us 2 art book, it's like, what? And usually the reason they do that is because they sell the bigger version for $60 to $100. Sometimes they have a standard and a collector's edition of an art book. And that's crap. If you're going to have a collector's edition, limited edition, you need to put that art book in there. Don't give us the crappy one because it's not worth the price you're asking for. Alright, and here sometimes they what we call acrylic, or it's some kind of crazy name, okay? So I butchered that name. I apologize, but they have the little stands so you can have a little nice little artwork staring, you know, on the little stands. So that's always awesome to have in the collector's edition or limited edition, however you want to say it. But I don't open these up. I keep all the little extra goodies sealed, you know, unless it's a pillowcase or something. And finally, art book. Usually these limited editions are a good fair price, you know, $50, $60, and it comes with a soundtrack and an art book, you know, so that's pretty awesome. And this soundtrack is the huge one. Look at all those track listings, okay? This ain't the cheap type of 4 to 6 tracks. If you remember that one limited edition that Persona 5 put out, that hurt. That hurt to get something that didn't have the whole soundtrack. It just came with 5, 6 tracks or whatever, and I have to look at it like, why? Why you did that? Because they want to make the most money they can by putting out the 3-disc special edition for over $100 instead of giving us the fans the goodies, you know, at the collector's editions, limited editions. They really want to, you know, suck it dry out of you, right? But anywho, for something like this, you know, it's not a humongous big release, but at the same time, to have such a certain type of items, you know, that's something I always enjoyed from this. I always try to get a collector's edition, limited edition if I could. I missed out on the art type. You know, they had a what's the art type? Art type Final 2. I really wanted to get it, and I missed out. And I always hoped they were going to put, you know, NIS did put out some back games, but unfortunately they didn't put no limited editions. I hate that they didn't do that. They just put standard copies out. And Final art type Final 2 was not one of those. People did vote, so like I said, they do at least that you have a chance at certain things. But always check out NIS. You know, they always put some good collector's editions and all that out. They got, what's it, blue something, that had a original game, and they're coming out with a sequel. They got the collector's edition out. You may want to look that out. Or what's it, limited edition? Whatever edition it is, you know, they have it. We only had the standard of the first one. I guess it did so good. It got a sequel, so this goodie's for it now. I highly recommend checking this out. I've always enjoyed this, like I said, since the PS1, PS2 days where they put out goodies. Before all my older games, you know, running from PS2 back got stolen, so I hate that happened because now they're at a much higher price. You know, a lot of stuff I can't get, but I'm trying to. You know, I'm getting some of them games back. It is what it is, right? So any other type of goodies I get, I will show do unboxes for now, because like I said, I got a better webcam. I do need a better laptop though. But anywho, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please leave some likes, some comments. Please subscribe, and always enjoy.